As you would have guessed, the state of Texas is loaded with some of the best talent in the 2018 class, so let's check out the top 10 players from the Lone Star State. And keep in mind, these rankings are based off of 24/7's player composite ratings as of May 3rd. Checking in at number 10 is the 4th rated tight end among all rising seniors, and it's Ridge Point's 4-star recruit Mustafa Muhammad. The 6'4", 235-pounder has landed offers from just about every big-time program, and according to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they think he will be playing for Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines at the next level. Katie Taylor, 6'4", 270-pound 4-star defensive end Max Wright checks in at number 9, and he is the only defensive lineman rated in the top 10 in the state, which is pretty rare in Texas. In the 2017 NFL Draft, we saw 2 of the top 3 picks were former Texas high school football stars on the D-line in Myles Garrett and Solomon Thomas. Mad Max registered 9 sacks and 18 tackles for loss during his junior season, and like 9 of the other 10 players on this list, he is uncommitted, with the 2 leaders in the clubhouse for Max Wright being Texas and Texas A&M, according to 24/7 Sports. Starting off the trend of defensive backs among the top 10 is Houston Cypress Springs 4-star safety Leon O'Neal Jr. He is one of 5 DBs among the top 10 in the state, and he checks in as the number 6 safety overall in the 2018 class. He's one of the most savvy DBs in the country, and the Houston Star punched a ticket to the opening finals in Oregon later on this summer that features the best high school football players in the country. And just like Wright, 24/7's Crystal Ball has Texas and Texas A&M as the front runners. Another sexy position among the top 10 in Texas is wide receivers. 3 of the top 7 are wideouts, starting with Houston Lamar's Alvonte Woodard. The 6'1", 190-pound 4-star playmaker is one of the most exciting dudes to watch in the country. He hauled in 15 touchdowns during his junior season, and back in April he dropped a loaded top 10 that featured the likes of The Ohio State, Clemson, LSU, Texas A&M, and Texas. Checking in at number 6 is Houston Heights 4-star corner Jalen Green. He is the number 2 cornerback in the state, and he's the complete package. He's great in coverage, excellent footwork, he's one of the best ball hawks in the country, and he's one of the toughest players in all of Texas. Green recently cut his list in half of colleges he's interested in. There are still 13 left, including the likes of USC, Alabama, LSU, Clemson, and Texas. Now jumping into the top 5, there are 3 defensive backs and 2 wide receivers. Checking in at number 5 is the only player committed already, and it's Cibolo Steele's 4-star safety Caden Stearns. And hey, you know he's big time because he's committed to DBU, aka LSU. Stearns helped lead Steele all the way to the 6A D2 UIL state championship during his junior campaign, and was named to the MaxPreps first team All-American Junior Squad. Now listen, I know it's crazy to think someone rated as the number 39 overall recruit is underrated, but I think Stearns needs that 5th star next to his name. Same thing with the next guy, Manville's 4-star wide receiver Jalen Preston. He deserves a 5th star too. He's one of the most exciting guys to watch in all of high school football. He's a freak athlete. He's shown his skills on the hardwood, finishing in our top 10 dunks of the year with his big-time windmill, and he's proven to be one of the most skilled playmakers on the football field. Anytime JP5 gets his hands on the rock, he has a good chance to take it to the house, and just like 5 other guys on this list, he will be attending the opening in Oregon later on this summer. According to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they're pretty confident he will be playing for Kevin Sumlin and the Texas A&M Aggies at the next level. The top 3 players in the state are all 5 stars. Up first is Aleth Taylor, 6'4", 215-pound wide receiver, Brennan Eagles. 24/7 Sports just came out with an updated list on the 2018 class, and Eagles was one of the biggest movers, jumping up 20 spots to that Michael Jordan number, 23, and he was one of 3 who joined the 5-star group. Eagles has that Terrell Owens, Calvin Johnson body frame. He's big, he's fast, and one of the best playmakers in the country. He checks in as the number 4 wide receiver in all of high school football. The top 2 players in all of Texas are both DBs. Checking in at number 2 is Angleton's B.J. Foster. He checks in as the number 1 safety in the 2018 class, number 14 overall, and when you put on the film, you see he has it all: speed, toughness, instincts, and he reminds me a ton of a former Texas high school star who went in the top 10 of the 2017 NFL Draft, Jamal Adams, because he does it all and he is one of the best leaders in the state. And man, Longhorn fans must be loving their new hire, Tom Herman, because one thing over the past few years is Texas has been losing out on some of the best players in the state, and signs are showing that won't be the case with this class because they're in the hunt for the majority of some of Texas's finest, including Foster. According to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they are 100% confident he'll be playing for the Longhorns at the next level. The number one player from Texas in the 2018 class is another Houston Lamar player, and it's their 5-star corner, Anthony Cook. The 6-foot DB checks in as the number 10 player overall among all rising seniors, and as you would have guessed, he is one of the most skilled players in the country. If you are one of these 10 schools, you gotta be pretty happy because back in April he said these are the only schools he's focused on for college football: Ohio State, Florida State, Texas, Georgia, LSU, Baylor, Notre Dame, Florida, Clemson, and USC. It looks like the Buckeyes are the front runner right now, but a lot can change from now until signing day. And hey, let us know what state you want us to hit on next, featuring a top 10 list. Just tweet me at Zach_Poff_MP.